It was only a single day that Robert Mugabe lasted as a spokesman for the World Health Organization. As you'll recall, he is the current president of Zimbabwe. Now, he was removed after one day by the WHO director, Dr. Tedros. What happened was there was a great deal of outrage at his appointment, and apparently the outrage was so great that he was removed in about 24 hours as a spokesman for it. Now, this is what the WHO Director General Tedros had to say. I have listened carefully to all those who've expressed their concerns and heard the different issues that they have raised. It is my aim to build a worldwide movement for global health. This movement must work for everyone and include everyone. So basically that really doesn't say anything about why he was removed. It basically just lets you know that he bowed to pressure and had him removed because some people felt it very off-putting that he was put in the position. Now, the reason why he was actually put into that job, why he was offered that spot, was because of his great connection and, well, his very high reputation among third world people. And that is something that the WHO was intending to bank upon because of the prevalence of conspiracy theory garbage that's coming out of the first world, that much of the idea behind vaccines as being some kind of conspiracy to test drugs on them, that it's kind of a forced sterilization, that you're going to get autism, etc. Much of this complete nonsense has reached the third world. Now, that's not to say that that hasn't been in the past where medical research has been used as a cover for that kind of thing, and that there have not been such programs in the past. But these are not that. The problem is that all vaccines are being portrayed in a certain way due to people of very poor intellectual quality who see everything as a conspiracy, and much of this has dribbled into the third world and is affecting the ability of organizations like the World Health Organization to immunize and vaccinate people against diseases which could be easily prevented, which is one of the downsides of living in the third world, is that you don't have access to these kinds of things, that these kind of preventable diseases and deaths are something that doesn't happen here. It's something that happens there. And then when we try to take care of that, we put forward some kind of effort to help people in this kind of situation. You know, they just get inundated with conspiracy theories and then turn on them. Now, a lot of people ended up getting very angry at Mugabe's appointment to this position. Now, this was primarily coming from the imperialist countries. They feel that he's a terrible tyrant who has cracked down on political dissidents, and one of their main arguments was that the Zimbabwe health system has been crumbling down to the ground, and therefore he shouldn't be a spokesman for the World Health Organization. Yet somehow the United States still feels that they should have that kind of position, despite the tremendous lack of health care for many of its people. Now, the problem is that Zimbabwe is suffering from the effects of post-colonialism. Once foreign control or imperialist control of the country was eliminated, those imperialist countries all pulled out their investments. All their business opportunities, they don't buy the products coming out of there, they don't purchase the natural resources coming out of there, and that has completely collapsed the economy. If you don't do business, then you're not going to have any money. Your economy is not going to function. And a lot of this is blamed on Zimbabwe. This is Zimbabwe's fault. See, look what evil socialism did. Even though Zimbabwe didn't implement socialism, they implemented a lot of state control, but it's not socialist. The tremendous crash here is from a lack of engagement in the global economic system, which has come as a result of essentially what are de facto sanctions against the country for having eliminated imperialist rule. And that's what Robert Mugabe really is a symbol of that kind of anti-imperialism. So you can see how this both worked for him and worked against him in this situation. Many third world people do live up to try to live up to the example of Robert Mugabe and Zimbabwe of eliminating U.S. imperialism. Yet at the same time, anything that's anti-imperialist is immediately demonized on just because it doesn't carry out imperialist interests. So the whole reason for his removal basically was because imperialist countries and organizations in the imperialist countries didn't want someone in that position who was an example of anti-imperialism. And that's one of the things where it describes it's where when you do good, what's right for the people, you will be punished by the imperialist countries.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.